Today I'm going to add my 2 cents worth on Thierry Mugler's Pure Malt. There are hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of reviews on YouTube already for this very famous fragrance, which I consider a classic. I'll tell you straight off the bat, I love this fragrance, and for me it's the best of the whole Amen line. Some people disagree, some people prefer Pure Havane, some people prefer the original Amen, but Pure Malt was the first thing that I put my nose on that began my love affair with boozy fragrances. Now, I can pretty safely say there are a couple of other boozy fragrances that I hold in higher esteem than Pure Malt, but I will always have this in my collection purely because it's something that always smells good to me. It's a no-brainer in terms of something that will not be inoffensive, provided that it's not oversprayed, and it's warm, it's smooth, it's sensual. It is slightly on the sweet side, but not something for me that would ever get cloying or too much for me to smell on myself. I always enjoy smelling this on me. This bottle that I'm reviewing is from 2012. I have no idea whether there have been reformulations or if indeed this is a reformulated version from the original release of 2009. I will list the notes below for Pure Malt if you don't know them already, but they are very vague description in the note pyramid of fruit notes, wood notes, peat, malt, and oriental notes. I've got dry down on one hand and I'll do the opening on this hand. And so what you're immediately hit with is this really deliciously rich fermenting fruit, like you would find in a fruit liqueur or something, or some kind of alcoholic beverage made with a base of fermenting fruit. And right off the bat you also get a little almost a whisper of the peat that gives Scotch whiskey, for example, that bit of smokiness. If anyone has had good single malt Scotch, they might know what I mean, but it's not smoky in the normal sense you would get in smoky perfumes, but it's a very thick, it adds a thickness to the opening of this fragrance, and it's one of the most delicious, captivating openings I've experienced, and still is, given that I've smelled a lot of other fragrances since I first smelled this. What you also get is the oriental notes. So mainly what that means to me is I get this combination of vanilla and amber, and that all blends in with the fruitiness and the peat, that lovely almost bitterness of the peat. Now, once that subsides, you get this lovely almost nutty toasted malt texture, which I guess is where the name comes from. The malt that's used in beverages like beer and whiskey, but this is a really lovely toasted kind of smell. There's a nuttiness to it, and I guess this is where you start to smell a bit more of the woody notes that are listed in the pyramid. Essentially, it's not a very complex fragrance, and development-wise, it doesn't do a lot. It opens strong. This particular bottle opens strong on me, and does die down. So I don't know what the original formulation was like, how strong the projection was, the longevity. I get a good 6 to 7 hours that I can still smell this on my skin. It doesn't project for a long time when you initially spray it, but that's okay with pure malt for me, because this is really self-enjoyment scent for me to wear. I can wear it going out casually, and it is a nice close encounter scent as well. It's not something I particularly want to project too much of, but it is nice for people to notice when they get close enough to you, because it is I find a really sensual fragrance, really dark, fluid, warm, sensual fragrance with the right amount of sweetness and never getting too much. So the only times I wouldn't wear this is in warm weather, because it's a warm scent, and it probably adds, even though it's probably all psychological, adds to you feeling warmer, and it's not the kind of thing that you feel like spraying on when you've got a warm environment around you. I'm not going to add too much more to this, apart from the fact that I'll list some other reviews from other YouTube reviewers for Pure Malt. I did this review as part of a special request from a special viewer of mine who wanted me to do my take on Pure Malt by Thierry Mugler. And just to make things a little bit different, if you keep watching, there'll be a surprise at the end of this video, and I haven't been giving any clues away during the video as to what that surprise will be, so I hope you enjoy it. This is Thierry Mugler's Pure Malt, Amen Pure Malt. It's one of my favorites. Every man and woman should try it at least once. And that's it from me. I'll see you next time. You ready? Oh, let's do one take.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do. And it was all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do. And it was called Yellow. And I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. All yellow. Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. Do you know I love you so. You know I love you so. For you I bleed myself dry. It's true. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look how they shine for you. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things you do. And it was all yellow. Is that okay?
It was great.